What's going on, Genius Nation? It's your man, Dr. Will, and you guys know the deal. Let me know what city, what state, what country you are chiming in from. Even if you're watching the replay, let me know what city, country, state you are chiming in from. I'm here in the beautiful city of Phoenix, Arizona. So wherever you are, let me know what city, what state, what country you are chiming in from. Welcome to Daily Insights with Dr. Will. I'm super excited that you guys are here with me this morning. We're going to be showing up like this every single morning, Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. PST time, 9 a.m. On the East Coast. So I'm excited. I'm excited to be doing this because I'm always thinking, how can I serve this community better? What value can I add to this community? And so the more I begin to think how I could add value, I thought it would be very advantageous if I really took you guys behind the scenes and showed you what I did on a day-to-day basis, how I manage my time, how I operate the 4 companies that I own. So that's what Daily Insights with Dr. Will is going to be about. It's just me pulling the curtains back and letting you see what my day looks like on a day-to-day basis. I know a lot of times we see people on social media and we just see the results. We just see the results, but we don't really know how they get those results. And so the more I begin to think about it, we give a lot of information. We give a lot of information, but we need to go even a step further than that and not only give information, but I think give examples and allow you to actually see, you know, what goes on. Like when you see me post, when you see me do a video, that's just a smidget of my day. That's 5 minutes of my day. That's 10 minutes of my day. So I thought it would be advantageous for our community, Genius Nation, for me to really just go behind the scenes. And so every day, Monday through Friday, I'm committing to showing up and just walking you guys through. And so this is, you know, this is nothing scripted or anything like that. It's just me showing you what I do on a day-to-day basis. And so I hope this is going to be of value to you. I hope that this is a great benefit for you. So that's what we're going to be doing. So it's August the 1st, 2022, and I'm just going to be taking you behind. So it's 6 a.m. here in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm 3 hours into my day. So I wake up at 3 a.m. So when I meet with you guys at 6 a.m., I'm already 3 hours into my day. So what we're going to do today is just kind of take you backwards. I'm going to take you backwards to how I begin my day. So I have this thing that if you've ever coached with me or you followed me for a long time, I have this thing that I call my 10 before 10, my 10 before 10. And let me sit down here with you guys, show you, because I want you guys to literally get the behind the scenes of what I do. So I have this thing that I call my 10 before 10. And these are 10 things that I feel that I need to do, that I need to accomplish on a day-to-day basis so I can get the most out of my day. So no matter what happens after 10 o'clock, the most important things that I feel that are essential to me, they've already been completed. So I'm not worried about the day getting away from me, emergencies or anything like that. For the most part, by 10 a.m., the most important things for me to have a value added day has already happened, right? So once again, the things that I'm going to be sharing with you guys, I want you to take it with a grain of salt and I want you to make it work for your life. So I know some of you have traditional 9-to-5s. Some of you are full-time entrepreneurs. And so 3 a.m. may not even be a desire for you, may not even be a reality for you, but I want you to get the systems. I want you to get the concept behind everything that I'm showing and sharing with you, and then modify it to your life. What makes sense for you? And so I think everybody should identify what are those things that are most important for you to accomplish every day. So for me, I have a breakdown of my spiritual. What's going on, Dr. Leroy? My spiritual, my physical, my mental, and my business. Those are the breakdowns for me. I have to cover those areas. So my 10 before 10 covers my spiritual, my mental, my business, and my physical. So here is my 3x5 card of my 10 before 10. So for me, it's to pray, it's to read, it's to meditate, it's to walk, it's to journal, it's to connect with a family or a friend member that I haven't connected with in a while. It's to connect with 25 new contacts. It's to follow up with prospects. It's to laugh, intentionally to laugh. And then 10 is to create. So before 10 a.m. every single morning, these 10 things need to be completed. And so once again, it covers my spiritual, my mental, my physical, and my business. So for me, praying, that covers my spiritual. Reading and meditating, that covers my mental. Walking covers my physical. Journaling covers my mental. Connecting with family, a family member or a friend that I haven't connected with in a while, that helps me with my mental. And then following, reaching out to 25 new contacts for my business, whether that's the consulting company, whether that's my speaking company, to reach out to 25 new contacts every single day. And then to follow up with prospects, that handles my business side. And then to laugh and to create, that also goes along with my my mental, right? And so these are 10 things that I do every single day. And so as we're coming together, guys, I want to also not only talk to you about what I do, but I want to give you the insight around why I do it. So let me kind of back up, because I have some notes that I want to cover with you guys. So the first thing is community, right? You making a commitment to show up every day, or the majority of the days. I know our time schedules may be a little bit different, but you making a commitment to show up for community, guys, especially for those of you that are high achievers, and especially for those of you that are entrepreneurs. This could seem like a lonely journey. More than likely, if you're an entrepreneur, or if you're a high driving individual, you're probably the only one of your kind, right? You're probably I'm the only business owner, entrepreneur in my immediate family, right? So I really can't go to my family to get that entrepreneurship boost, that entrepreneurship conversation, because that's just not what they do. And so I don't require that from them. And so it's important for me to be a part of communities of like-minded individuals. So that's why Genius Nation is so important. I want this to be your place where you show up every morning, where you can get that boost, where you can get that motivation, where you can connect with other like-minded individuals. So community is extremely, extremely important. The second thing, when it talks about creating a high quality life and really creating success in your life, you're going to find out on the journey to success, on the journey to building wealth, and whatever you want to call it, it's not so much about the success. It's not so much about the money or the wealth. It really is about the individual you become. So all the goals that you have, all the dreams that you have, it's really wrapped up in the person that you become. It's really wrapped up in the person that you need to become. So when you look at being a high achiever, when you look at building massive wealth, it really boils down to who do you need to be for that to happen? So the people who have amassed great wealth, for the people who accomplish great things, you look at an Olympic athlete, you look at a successful business owner. High achieving athletes are very disciplined. They're very focused. They're singular minded, right? They have this one goal of winning the gold medal at the Olympics. And that's what they give their energy to. That's what they give their focus to. And so their day is centered around that goal. So the way they eat, the way they take care of their body is all centered around the goal of winning a gold medal, right? And so that's how you want to start to think. If you want to be a high achiever, you got to start, who do I need to become? So if a person wants to be a world-class athlete, then that person probably can't be sitting on the couch at night eating ho-hos and burgers and just watching TV all day. A lot of their day is committed to working out. A lot of their day is committed to studying. The same thing with anyone who wants to be successful in their career. You're probably not going to be hanging out with the people at the cooler. You're probably not going to be showing up to work late. You're probably not going to be looking to leave early and things. You're going to be a very focused and disciplined person. And so success and the high levels of success is really about who you become, And so the best way to become the best version of yourself is to have these routines in your life. So that's why I have the 10 before 10. So it's my routine. It's my routine. It's what I cover every single day to make sure I maximize my life. But now let's go back a little further. Let me show you what I do when I wake up in the morning. So at 3 o'clock, when I get up, I love getting up at 3 o'clock. The house is quiet. I know I'm not going to be disturbed. I've been doing this for about 20 years. I promise you, in 20 years, I've had one emergency. In 20 years, I've had one emergency at the 3 a.m. hour. Like most emergencies don't like to come to about 10 or 11 o'clock in the day. And I'm kidding, but honestly, in 20 years, like 10 years ago, one of the pipes in the laundry room burst. But other than that, I've never been interrupted getting up at 3 a.m. The kids, when they were smaller, they were asleep. They didn't want to come bother me. Everybody sleep at 3 a.m. in the morning. So nobody's going to come bother you. And so for me, it's just always worked out for me. So I want to show you guys what I do. So I'm sitting here in my office, and every morning I sit here, and if you can kind of see, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but on my wall here, I have all these declarations. I have all these declarations that I say every single morning, and I just go around my office because I have all these declarations that I say. So the first one I start off with, and some of them are quotes and some of them are scriptures, but the first one says, may the Lord give you increase more and more, you and your children. May you be blessed by the Lord who made heaven and earth. The next one is, and Jabez called on the God of Israel, saying, oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory, that your hand would be with me and that you would keep me from evil, that I may not cause pain. So God granted him that he requested. And so this just begins to set the tone for my day. This begins to, no matter what happens. Now, remember, this is 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So no matter what goes on the rest of the day, I've already set my tone. My mindset is that this is going to be a day of increase, that this is going to be a day of expansion, that every single day that good things are happening for me. So before I even leave my house, before I even interact with anybody, I've already set the tone for my day. So even if something would come up that, wasn't necessarily favorable, I've already set my mindset. Will, even though that this is happening, you still have increase happening to you more and more. You still are enlarging your territory today. And then I have every year, I have like a phrase or a word that I go by for that year. So for this year, 2022, for me, it's ambitious urgency. Ambitious urgency. And ambition means having or showing a strong desire and determination to succeed. Urgency means drive. So to have an ambitious urgency is to have a determination and a drive to succeed. Is a drive to succeed. And then I have up here, I don't know if you guys can see it, but right here is my obituary. And every morning I read my obituary because my obituary sets the framework for why I'm living. So each of us have a day that we're born and we have a day that we're going to die. But in between that being born and dying, what do you want to create in this world? What is going to be your legacy? So I have my obituary, and my goal is every single day I'm working to make sure this obituary is true. So my hope and my prayer is that my family, when I die, they can come to my office and literally take this obituary off of my wall and give it to the mortuary and say, we can print this because this is true. So let me just read this to you. It says, Dr. Will Moreland, born and raised in Compton, California. Dr. Will was a husband, father, grandfather, mentor, and friend, a philanthropist and a global citizen, an accomplished thought leader that traveled the world to impact, inspire, and influence others. He is a best-selling author of over 150 books that are read throughout the world. Dr. Will considered the world his playground and loved meeting people. His love for travel developed while serving in the United States Army. As founder of Moreland Training and Associates, the #1 company for culture impact, the company has supported over 10,000 organizations to create work environments that are diverse, inclusive, and fun. Dr. Will was passionate about about youth development and donated over $600 million to support youth development around the world. Dr. Will leaves a host of family and friends that loved him. And so every morning, every day when I read this, it reminds me of what I'm working to do. It reminds me of what I'm working to build. And so when it says 150 books, I've written 50 already. Over the next 25 years, I'm going to write another 100. That's 4 books a year for 25 years. That's 100 books. And so I already have a plan of how I'm going to do that, right? And so once again, everything that you want to accomplish, you should have a plan. So if I look down here, I already have a binder. Can you guys see this? Books to write. So I've already mapped out a lot of the books that I'm going to write. I already have it mapped out right here, books to write. And so every quarter I work on a new book, and every year I release 4 books. I'll do that for the next 25 years. I'll have another 100 books. That'll be 150 books. And so that's what I do. So once again, just going around. Then I have my life. I have my life up here. I have my life manifesto, and my life manifesto is who I want to embody and who I want to be. So my life manifesto says, I am love. I am happy. I am content. I am creator. I am abundance. I am the #1 personal development coach in the world. I am everything and I am nothing. And so, I say this once again, every single day, and every single day, I know I'm going to be met with an opportunity to be loved. I'm going to be met with a situation that today, Will, you need to embody love. I'm going to be met with an opportunity that something's going to try to steal my happiness, but I got to remind myself I am happy. And I am happy. So I don't let that get into me if it's going to take away my happiness. And then I have my power words. My power words are energy, ambition, faith, focus, dominate, legacy, billionaire, responsibility, genius, create, manifest, peace, tranquility. And so once again, this is the morning routine that I go through, and I just have you need to create you a zone of positivity. Once again, before you get out into the world of all this negativity and even watching the news and just hearing everybody talk about doom and gloom, I'm already setting the intention for my day. And so then, up here, I have dream, I have happy, I have believe, I have work hard, stay positive, make it happen, dominate, genius. So these are themes that run in my life. I have Muhammad Ali. I am the greatest. I said that even before I knew I was. And so whether you have your own office or whatever, you need to have a place in your house or whatever where you just get away and you can just fill yourself with some great intention, where you can just fill yourself with some positive affirmations. And so that's what I do on a day-to-day basis. And so when people ask me, Dr. Will, how can you keep such a positive outlook on life? How can you always just seem to be smiling? You always just seem to be in a great mood. It's because I'm intentional about being in a good mood. I'm intentional about being in a good mood. I'm not just waiting to see what happens if this is going to be a good day. I already know that this is going to be a good day. It's my responsibility to make it an amazing day. So my belief is this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. So that's just my foundation. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. So I'm intentional. I'm intentional about the day I'm going to have. Now, guys, does this mean everything always goes hunky-dory? It doesn't mean that everything goes hunky-dory, but in everything that happens, I want to make sure that I have the right perspective. And so another thing that the Bible says, it says, in everything give thanks, for this is the will of God. So whatever befalls me every single day, I know that this is the day that the Lord has made. I'm going to rejoice and be glad in it. But then I also know that in everything, give thanks, for this is the will of God. And so no matter what situation that I'm faced with, I'm always looking for the good. I'm always looking for the positive, because I believe that all things are working together for my good. All things are working together for my good. It doesn't mean that it's going to feel good. It doesn't mean that it's going to look good all the time, but I believe that all things are working for my good. And so a lot of your success, guys, a lot of your results is going to be based on your perspective. It's going to be based upon your mindset. And so once again, like I said earlier, it's really about the person you got to become. It's really about the person that, listen, if you're going to be a positive person, you have to become a positive person. Like, just like that person works on being negative, you know, those people where you say, man, they're just always negative. They just always, well, you got to be the person where people say she's always positive. He's always positive. He finds the good in everything. She finds the good in everything. When anybody ever talks to me and they start off negative, I'm always pointing them back. Well, let's find the positive in this. What's the positive in this? What's the lesson in this? What did you learn from this? We're not going to focus on the negative. We're going to focus on the positive. And you have to be intentional about this. And once again, this is why it's so important to be a part of community, because the majority, 90% of the people that you are going to encounter are probably going to be negative. 90% of the people that you encounter are probably going to be negative because they're not intentional about being positive. Does that make sense? They're not intentional about being positive. So they're not coming to Genius Nation every morning and hearing stuff like this. They're not getting, virtually slapped in the face to say, you know what, step out of it. You're better than this. You're a winner. You're designed to win. You were born to win. They're not hearing information like this. They're not hearing information. So most people, they wake up, they turn on the news. What is the news? Everything, most of everything is negative that the news shows. And then 5 minutes before it goes off, they say, oh, let us douse you with a bit of motivation. Well, you didn't heard a whole hour versus negativity. And so this is why setting your day, is so important. Before you look at your phone, before you check emails, before all of that, you know, you can take all of these and just put them in your phone, right? Just have some affirmations that you have in your phone. And if you just need to pick up your phone, go to your notes in your phone and just have these affirmations right there in your phone. And then I talked about journal. So I have my journal, and every day I write in my journal, and I start with gratitude, right? I start with gratitude, what I'm thankful for. And so these are practices, guys. These are practices that you want to incorporate into your life. These are just daily practices that you want to incorporate in your life so you can begin to set the tone of your life, you know. And as I get ready to close and let you guys go, I leave you with this. You know, achieving at a high level and being successful, it's not about you being perfect. It's about you being consistent. It's not about you being perfect. It's about you being consistent. And so here's the thing. We're always consistent and we're always committed. The question is, what are we consistent in doing, and what are we committed to doing on a daily basis? And if you could commit and you can be consistent in doing the right things, there's the law, right? There's a law of consistency. And if you just keep doing the right thing, right? Just if you show up to Genius Nation 3 out of the 5 days of the week, I promise you, you're going to have a better perspective on life. You're going to have a better philosophy about life. And so you say, you know what? Okay, at least 3 days out the week, I'm going to show up. Well, 3 times 4 weeks, that's 12. In that same time frame, that's going to be 20 days, right? So at least 12 out of the 20, you're starting off your day. You're starting off your day positive. But let's say if you said, man, I'm going to commit to 4 days. Well, 4 times 4, that's 16. 16 out of the 20 days. Now look at what I got going on. But if I say I'm going to show up, man, 5 out of 5, that's 20. 20 out of 20 is 30 days in a month. If I'm focused on being positive 20 days out of the 30, right? So now I got 20 days. Then I got 40 days. Then I got 60 days. So now I got 60 days in a 90-day period. In that quarter, quarter number 1, I'm crushing it. Quarter number 2, I'm crushing it because I got 60 positive days that I'm focused on being the best version of myself. And then what happens is when you start getting the results, it's like going to the gym. You don't see anything at first. You don't see anything at first. I don't see how, but then you'll start to notice when you're walking in the store and other people are talking negative, you'll start to notice I don't talk negative anymore. It'll be like, you know, I'm not a smoker. So, you know, if someone's around me and they start smoking, it really impacts me. Like I can really smell it. That's how I am with negativity, right? If someone, I can detect it very fast. I can detect it very fast and I just separate myself from it, right? And that's what you're going to be start to do. Like when people would say things like, man, you know how it is. And you would just be like, oh, yeah, I know. I don't do that because, no, I don't know how it is. I live a wonderful life every single day. He's increasing me more and more, me and my family. God is blessing me. I'm enlarging my territory. I wish that you would keep me from evil. So that's my expectation, that God is going to keep me from evil. So literally, the majority of my days are great days. And that's not anything fake. That's not any, you know what I mean? I don't have to do it for the gram. My real life is dope for real. My life is dope for real. I have fun in my life for real. I enjoy my life for real. And that's what I want for each and every one of you. But it doesn't just happen automatically. It doesn't just happen automatically. You have to be intentional about having a great life. David said it like this: I will bless the Lord at all times. It's an act of your will. He says, it doesn't matter how I feel. It doesn't matter what's going on. He says, I will bless the Lord at all times, and his praises shall continuously be in my mouth. Like, that's a determination. That's being intentional. I will. Well, what if you don't feel like it? It doesn't matter how I feel. My feelings don't have intellect. My feelings don't control me. I control my feelings. So whether I feel like it or not, I'm waking up every single morning and I'm making all these declarations every single morning because I want to set the intention for my day. So no matter what happens when I pull up my email, he's keeping me from evil. He's blessing me. He's increasing me day by day. Day by day, I'm getting increased day by day. I get hit with a bill for one of the companies. My mindset is I am abundance. So, Will, you don't have to worry about a bill when you're in abundance. And so instead of worrying about the bill, I just tap into abundance. Will, you're abundance. There's more than enough money to cover this bill. You just need to attract it to you. And so I don't worry about the bill. I start focusing on what's the solution, because I'm abundance. So from abundance came abundance. From abundance came abundance, right? So that's how you got to start thinking about yourself. I'm abundance, and from abundance came abundance. I'm happy, so from happy comes happy. I'm loved, so from love comes love. And this is an intentional mindset, guys. This is an intentional mindset that you got to have. And so when you do see me smiling, when you do see me enjoying life, it's because I'm intentional about smiling. I'm intentional. Like my 10 before 10, laugh, right? Laugh. I'm intentional about laughing every single day. So I'll go to YouTube and I'll find a comedian and I'll watch 5 minutes. I'll watch 10 minutes of a comedian do their set just so I can be intentional about laughing. I don't wait for somebody to make me laugh. I'm intentional. I'm intentional about laughter, right? Laughter is good like a medicine. And so since laughter is good like a medicine, I'm intentional about laughing. So I'm intentional about laughing every single day. I'm intentional about that. And so the more you begin to set these intentionalities in your life, you'll start to see the results. And the results, just like going to the gym, at first you don't see it. But if you keep doing it, oh, I'm starting to get a little six pack. Oh, I'm starting to get a little tone. Oh, my legs are starting to get firm. And that's how it is when you set your attention in a day. You begin to start, oh man, I'm getting better results because I'm more intentional about my results. And so that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. Listen, connect to community, guys. Be committed to connecting to community. Don't be in and out. Don't be in and out, guys. Make it a routine. Make it a routine that I'm going to show up so I can be in this type of atmosphere. So I can just be in this type of atmosphere. So I can be with like-minded people that are intentional about their day, that are intentional about their mindset, that are intentional about their success. They're not just waiting for life to happen to them. They're happening to life. They're happening to life. They're not walking around, hey, how's it going? Oh, you know how it is. No, you're intentional about life. Lord, increase me day by day. Enlarge my territory day by day. Keep me from evil day by day. Keep me from that day by day. And so be intentional, guys. Be intentional. And the more you're intentional, you'll start seeing your results. People ask me all the time, Dr. Will, how did you write 50 books, right? How did you write 50 books? I'm intentional. I want you guys to see this. In my schedule, I have writing time. In my schedule, I have writing time. It's in my schedule. So I'm intentional about that. The books just don't write themselves. So I got to be intentional about that. So in my schedule is writing time. So guys, I hope this was beneficial. This is the type of stuff we're going to be talking about every day, Monday through Friday, with daily insights with Dr. Will. So go out there, have an amazing day, but have an amazing day intentionally, guys. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.